Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Dave Gallagher, and I am the North American Eastern Regional Sales Engineer for Hirose Electric USA. Today, we will be talking about the future of 5G technology. This relatively new and exciting technology will revolutionize data communication industry as we achieve a data rate that is far surpassing anything found in prior generations of mobile products. 5G is not exactly new, but technology like this doesn't just launch itself in a global market quickly. So much infrastructure must be deployed for any real impact. As this fifth generation communication system is rolled out, expect adoption rates to increase across multiple industries. This takes us to the Global Mobile Traffic Forecast Report recently released by Ericsson in June 2020. Here we can see an expectation that data rates will more than quadruple over the next 5 years. Personally, I believe that we will see both business and consumers quickly jump on board with using 5G technology as the last mile solution we have wanted for so many years. With each new generation, we see a steady growth in the subscriber base. The demand for faster data has pushed older generation equipment rapidly to the back of the line. 5G promises so much more, however, don't expect 4G LTE to suddenly drop away. We can see with this projection through 2025 that 4G equipment will still have a strong showing in the global market. So, who will be the largest adopters of this latest generation? We can see here that expectations are for the strongest markets to be in North America, Northeast Asia, Western Europe. The rest of the world will take a bit longer to catch up. Building out on that infrastructure in these emerging markets will pose a significant challenge. We can see here that mobile data is still predicted to be the lion's share of the demand for data. However, the potential growth in fixed wireless access demand, likely driven by underserved communities, will push the adoption of 5G even further than previous technology versions. Predictions place data traffic at more than 220 exabytes per month by 2025. With the recent COVID-19 outbreak globally, household demand for data has grown rapidly due to work and study needs at home. 5G promises to bring broadband, high-speed data traffic into the last mile at lower deployment costs of traditional methods. Each new generation has pushed technology deeper into our daily lives, from the first analog devices back in the late 70s and early 80s to today's multi-function wireless data systems. Wireless communication is expanding its reach further to include fixed residential and business access. The Internet of Things pushes data demands even higher. 5G offers so much more, not just in the data rate, but also in the capacity of the number of connections. The latest 5G standards release has seen some delays due to COVID-19. However, back in December of last year, we saw the identification of new next-generation frequency bands. Innovation is still planned to move forward, as seen in this 5G roadmap. Taking a closer look at the future release 17, we see that new spectrum above 52.6 gigahertz will push the hardware further than ever before. Here at Hirose, we are working hard to develop new products to support greater demands on connectivity. Release 17 also expands on inter-device communication. 5G has three main specifications: EMBB, or Enhanced Mobile Broadband; URLLC, Ultra Reliable Low Latency Communications; MMTC, or Massive Machine Type Communication. Those are the three technologies. Let's take a closer look at each of the three main specifications. Enhanced Mobile Broadband brings more data to the end device than ever before, with ultra-high data rates. Applications such as 4K and 8K video are now possible in a completely mobile network. Attendees at sporting events can both watch the live game in person while receiving high-resolution play-by-play stats and replays through their mobile device. Ultra-reliable, low-latency communication is a critical need in industrial automation and autonomous vehicle development. Mission-critical devices cannot afford to have a loss of data connectivity or drop packets, which are considered normal on older topologies. Autonomous vehicles Automated robotic equipment and medical systems must all react quickly to changing circumstances. Massive machine-type communication means more connections than ever before. First seen in releases 13 and 14, this technology will expand further. This is where the Internet of Things meets the world of mobile communications, smart metering, and so much more. Earlier, we spoke about fixed wireless access, or FWA. Here we show how the last mile network connectivity no longer means running a cable to every house. True high-speed broadband access can be had by simply connecting a 5G CPE router in the home and start communicating immediately to the network outside. In the past, we thought of earlier generations as just a voice and simple data delivery system. With 5G technology, we can use this everywhere, including in factories, hospitals, residential homes, and retail environments. Increased reliability also means greater security in the many new connections that we will use. Initially developed and launched in Korea and the USA, we can see here a snapshot of the deployment schedule in multiple parts of the world. Full deployment is happening rapidly throughout developed countries. Not all countries are using every frequency band. Here we can see how each region has deployed a different set of bands initially. Currently, only the USA and Japan are using the higher frequency millimeter wave bands. Earlier, I mentioned the difficulties with rolling out this technology. Here we can see that this change involves new macro cell and base station deployments. These are happening fast, but there is so much more that needs to be built. The USA, China, and Korea have led the charge in getting cells deployed in the field. The introduction of the millimeter wave service in each country is displayed here on our global map. By the end of this year, the service will be available in Japan, South Korea, and Uruguay, in addition to the USA, which is ahead of the rest of the world. After 2021, many Latin American countries are planning to introduce this service, as well as Russia, India, and Australia, which all have huge territories to serve. Let's take a closer look at the hardware involved. Here we see a traditional LTE base station. The design features a base control unit, data cabling, a radio, coaxial cabling, and finally, the antenna. You've seen these antennas on the towers in and around your local community. Jumping ahead to 5G base stations, we see a drastically different approach. Gone is the coaxial cabling linking the radio to the antenna. Now a fully integrated radio and antenna system receives power and data directly from the base control unit. Multi-element antennas are mounted inside the base station, making it an active antenna unit. MIMO technology is integrated in, and even beamforming is used to improve connectivity. Fewer connections means higher reliability and simplified installation. Equipment will take up less space, which will help in the massive deployment of these devices throughout the world. The connectivity trend for 5G base stations will involve high-speed mezzanine connectors, faster board-to-board connectivity, and new I/O connectivity needs to deliver more power along with those data lines. And don't forget about those millimeter wave connectors, which carry these new high-frequency bands. Here at Hirose, we have met the challenge presented by the industry leaders to provide ultra-high-speed board-to-board connectivity. We are pushing the envelope with up to 112 gigabit PAM4 mezzanine connectors. Our patented technology is used in many network switches and server environments today throughout the world. So make sure you speak to one of our high-speed experts to bring blazing fast speed to your system. Our high-speed signal integrity experts are ready to assist you in the layout and design of your next system, featuring Hirose connectors. We have simulation data ready on each product series and the experts available to discuss your application. Our innovative IT8 series features low-profile 2-piece or even a 3-piece medium to high-profile design with support up to 56 gig data transmissions. Unique crosstalk cancellation is built into the design, reducing the PCB space needed for compensation. And finally, here we can take a closer look at the crosstalk and return loss data available in both simulations and actual measured values. Millimeter wave connectors are crucial to the emerging high-frequency bands within 5G. Today, we have up to 65 GHz supported through connections down to 1.85 millimeter, with plans for up to 110 GHz through 1 millimeter connectors. The design of these connectors is critical to serving your data testing needs at such high frequencies. Not just anyone can do this. We also have RF engineering here in the USA to support your team at every corner. Solderless and stubless connections reduce reflections that can kill your signal integrity. The Hirose connectors easily attach to your PC board using simple screws. You can even reuse those same connectors in new designs or as PC board iterations happen during your development phase. This will reduce the total cost of your project. Even as devices become smaller every day, the need for new connector solutions has grown rapidly. Micro miniature board-to-board connectors can be found in even the smallest wearable devices, as we can see here. Hirose was the leader back in 1997 with the development of the industry standard U.FL connector. Today, we have taken this engineering skill to new heights in micro RF connectivity to develop tiny high-frequency connector options, even delivering MIMO connectivity in ultra-portable devices. Improving data transmission speed while reducing EMI issues is critical to delivering the maximum performance for your customers. Looking ahead in our roadmap, the next generation of finger lock connections is coming soon. Our future C.FL series connector is targeted to support the new high-frequency bands in tomorrow's devices. We know that stable performance can be had even when the frequencies exceed 25 GHz without sacrificing PCB space. Competitive products are struggling to hit performance on just basic home Wi-Fi 6E installations. We have that nailed down with an eye on 5G and further into the future. Our latest BM46 series with an internal shield plate and the future BM56 series with full EMI shielding will move you away from traditional RF connectors to the world of embedded micro board-to-board connectivity. Wow, we have covered tons of information in this short session. We have seen the future forecasts and how the technology is evolving every day. Now it's your turn to come talk to the RF experts at Hirose for your next project. I want to thank you for your time today. Everyone here at Hirose looks forward to our next meeting and wish you the best of success. Stay safe, everyone.